20, which discusses about the scaling techniques. And out of that, in this particular class, we will be going to learn about the primary scaling techniques. I am your teacher, Dr. K.V. Somnath, GS College of Commerce, Vartha. Let us go for a brief introduction. What is a scaling technique is? A scaling technique is a method of placing respondents in continuation of gradual change in the pre-assigned values, symbols or numbers based on the features of a particular object as per the defined rules. All these scaling techniques are based on 4 pillars, namely order, description, distance and origin. The scaling techniques in business research often used in the context of research, especially in the context of social or business research. Now, the types of scaling techniques. The researchers have identified many scaling techniques. These techniques can be classified as primary scaling techniques and other scaling techniques. They are primary and other scaling techniques. Now let us go for the primary scaling techniques. The primary scaling techniques contains number 1, nominal scale, number 2, ordinal scale, number 3, interval scale, and number 4, ratio scale. So what are the 4 categories? 1, nominal scale, 2, ordinal scale, 3, interval scale, and 4, ratio scale. Let us go one by one all the primary scaling techniques. We start with nominal scale. Nominal scales are adopted for non-quantitative, containing no numerical implication labeling variables which are unique and different from one to another. The various types of nominal scales are: number 1, dichotomous scales. A nominal scale that has only 2 labels is called as dichotomous scale. For example, yes or no. For example, if I ask a question to a student, do you know the definition of research? There are 2 answers. The student may say yes or the student may say no. When such a type of questions any researcher asks, either in the questionnaire or in the case of the data collection, that question which has yes and no, only 2 options, that question will be called as dichotomous question. There will be no multiple choices. There will be only 2 choices, either yes or no, either true or false. Such type of questions will be called as dichotomous questions. And a nominal scale that has only 2 labels is called as dichotomous question or dichotomous scale. Number 2, nominal scale with order. The labels on a nominal scale arranged in an ascending or descending order is termed as nominal with order. For example, I asked some school children that how can you rate your school? The school children may say either excellent or good or average or poor or worst. If I have given him only 5 options, how can you rate your school? Nominal scale with order. I have given an order. The highest is excellent. The second highest is good. The third one is average. The fourth one is poor. And the fifth one is worst. So it is, the options are arranged in a order. And the student will take any one of these 5, but not out of these 5. So henceforth, the scale or the scaling technique in which the labels of a nominal scale arranged in an ascending or descending order is termed as nominal with order. It may be starting with excellent and ending with worst, or it may be starting with worst and ending with the excellent, either in ascending order or in the descending order. But having these types of an ordinal scale, nominal scale with order, such type of scales are called as nominal scales with order. Now the third one, nominal scales without order. Such nominal scale which has no sequence is called as nominal scale without order. For example, black and white. There are only 2 options, but in which there is no question of telling any other option, just like a dichotomous question, but having some specificity in that. That will be called as nominal without order. There is no order. You can say black or white, or you can say white or black. So it should begin black or it should end with white, with having no exemplary requirements. You may use either black or white at the first one and the second one. Now the ordinal scale. The second scale is ordinal scale. The ordinal scale functions on the concept of the relative position of the objects or labels based on the individual's choice or preference. What is this? The ordinal scale functions on the concept of the relative position of the objects or labels based on the individual's choice or preference. For example, I have purchased a product from Amazon online shop, and I have given a questionnaire, or after the delivery boy has delivered the consignment, I got a Google link from the Amazon company, for example. When I opened the Google link, there is a question: how do you rate our service? And there are 5 stars given in that. I can use the 1 star, I can use the 2nd star, I can use the 3rd star, I can use the 4th star, or I can use the 5th star. And what the coding has been given by Amazon for that particular star, the 1st star means worst, the 2nd star means poor, the 3rd star means average, the 4th star is good, and the 5th star is excellent. For example, if I have put my button and pressed the 5th star, automatically it is valid that the service is excellent. If I put or trigger the 4th star, it is meant that it is good. If I put on the 3rd star, the service is average. If I put on the 2nd star, it is poor. And if I put the button on 1st star, it is called as worst. So by this rating, the online company will come to know that how their services are being valued by or rated by the customers. Such type of individual choice. Here there is no compulsion. Company could not place you any compulsion, but they will be giving you a choice or a preference to give your reply as per your observation or perception. Right? Such type of scales are called as ordinal scale. Next one is interval scale. An interval scale is also called as a cardinal scale. The first one, the earlier one is ordinal. Now it is cardinal. An interval scale is also called as a cardinal scale, which is the numerical labeling with the same difference amount among the consecutive measurement units. With the help of the scaling technique, researchers can obtain a better comparison between the objects. For example, a survey conducted by an automobile company to know the number of vehicles owned by the people living in a particular area like Varda, who can meet prospective customers in future. It adopted the interval scaling technique for the purpose and provided the units as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to select them. In the scale mentioned above, every unit has the same difference, that is 1, whether it is between 2 or 3, or it is between 4 and 5, or it is between 5 to 6, and so on. So here the objective is to get the difference of among the options is only one. That is what we call it as interval. Interval means the difference between the lower end and the upper end. So that is called as interval, as we have already studied in our statistics. Interval scale, interval, class interval in the sense the difference between the lower limit and the upper limit of a class is called as interclass interval. Now here also in the interval scale also the units have been put from 1 to in a serial order. For example, you take your measuring rod. For example, we have a scale in our compass box. If you go through that, there will be 1 to 15 numbers as inches or centimeters, for example. So from when you go from one to the other number, always there is a difference of only 1 unit. So the scale starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For example, there are only 10 centimeters. The scale is. So every centimeter is given numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is what every unit from the other unit is only far away from only 1 unit is concerned. So whether it is between 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, etc. So like that, the scale which is called as interval scale. Particularly This scale is used to rate those perceptions from where a person can come to a conclusion, whether it is how much different perception he is having from the other person, or from one product to another product, or from one service to another service. Next one is the ratio scale. One of the most superior measurement technique is the ratio scale. Similar to an interval scale, a ratio scale is an abstract number system. It allows measurement at proper intervals, orders, categorization and distance, with an added property of originating from a fixed 0 point. Here the comparison can be made in terms of the acquired ratio. For example, a health product manufacturing company surveyed to identify the levels of obesity in a particular locality. It released the following survey questionnaire. Select a category to which your weight belongs to: less than 40 kilograms, 40 to 59, 60 to 17, 80 to 99, 100 to 119, 120 kilograms and moreover. I will give you another example here. Generally when we go for doing a research on, say for example, the income levels of the consumers who have purchased so and so products in a particular Varda like city, then some question may be in the questionnaire like this. Mention your monthly income. If you see, generally if you ask a question how much monthly income you are earning, nobody will answer or want to answer. If at all answers, they will not answer exactly and they will go for lying off or giving a wrong information. So instead of getting a wrong information or a disinterest of answering the question, we may write a question like this with multiple choice. Your monthly income is number A, below 10,000, number B, 10,000 to 20,000, C, 20,000 to 30,000, 4, D, 40,000 and above. So then it is easy. A person cannot go for making ourselves reveal the exact one. At the same time, there will be a exact way of providing a communication. So such type of questions are called as ratio scale, right? This is one best example for ratio scale. Now we will go for the understanding of the differences among the different scaling techniques between the nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale and the ratio scale. Let us first go for the characteristics like this. First characteristic, as far as the characteristics of all these scales are concerned, the nominal scale is in description, the ordinal scale is in order, the interval scale is in distance, and the ratio scale character is description, order, distance and origin. Next one, sequential arrangement is concerned. The nominal scale in which the sequential arrangement is not applicable. In the ordinal scale, yes, it is applicable. In the interval scale, also it is applicable. In the ratio scale, it is also applicable. Next, coming to the third point, fixed 0 point. In the case of the nominal scale, there is no fixed 0 point, not applicable. In the ordinal scale also, not applicable. In the interval scale also, it is not applicable. But in the ratio scale, okay, it is applicable. You can say, I don't like it, or I cannot reveal it like that. You can go for ratio 0%, or anybody can give 0%. Multiplication and division. Nominal scale, it is not applicable. Ordinal scale, not applicable. Interval scale, not applicable. But in ratio scale, it is applicable. You can multiply with ratios and you can divide with ratios. Next, addition and subtraction. In the nominal scale, it is not applicable. In the ordinal scale, not applicable. But in the interval scale and ratio scale, it is applicable. Now the next one is difference between variables. In the nominal scale, you cannot measure the difference between variables. In the ordinal scale also, you cannot measure between the variables, the difference between the variables. In the case of the interval scale, you can measure it. In the case of the ratio scale, also you can measure it. Now coming to the question of the mean, what we call it as average. Nominal scale, it is not applicable. In the ordinal scale, not applicable. In the interval scale, it is applicable. We know while we are doing statistics, the continuous series where there is a class interval. We can compute mean, median, mode, all these things in the interval scale. As well as in the ratio scale also, the mean, median, mode can be measurable. Thank you. I hope you might have understood. I request you once again to go through the entire video at least 2 to 3 times, because it is a very important thing. At the end of your MCOM's second year, you will have to go for a research project, and there you have to construct a questionnaire, and while constructing a questionnaire you have to go for framing different categories of questions. Sometimes you have to use nominal order scale, sometimes nominal scale, sometimes you go for ordinal scale, sometimes you go for cardinal scale, and sometimes you go for ratio scale. So that's why you have to better understand how to construct it and what is the logic behind each and every scale, and how scale is different from the other scale when you go for which technique you have to adopt for obtaining which type of information from the respondent. All the times, all the types of scales may not be working enough. In some cases, there may be nominal scale working. In some cases, there may be ordinal scale working. In some cases, there is order scale working. And some cases, there may be ratio scale working. So hence, I request all of you to go through at least 2 to 3 times these continuously all these videos, and then you will have more command over the scaling, measurement and scaling techniques. Till then, stay safe and stay protected. Thank you very much all of you.